Coach, thank you. We have playoff football and bone-chilling playoff football at that in the city of brotherly love at Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
Come on, boys, let's go. Let's go.
Ready?
57 to Mike. How you getting?
Protein spell snap.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now Cunningham. And an alley to run. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A good run there off right tackle. In an old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. That reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. Here's Cunningham. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. One step away from a Super Bowl, and certainly defensively a huge key. They got to take him out of the passing game.
So to do that, they've decided to take their best cover guy to put on him. And the reason they want to do that, limit his opportunities, because they don't think the rest of the receivers can beat them.
On 3rd down, Teague. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run on 1st down. Porter. And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
2nd and 6. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Ready. 53 at the mic. They can't hang with us. 53.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Teague. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
And a Cowboy first down.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Throwing on first down. T. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw. T. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, T. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace, money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the slant. Switch.
Now a give right side. It's Porter. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Come to my work. We want work. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
On second down, here's Cunningham. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On first down, it's Cunningham. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Son, 60-yard line. Squeeze, double. Strong right. Come for you. Chance.
Now a first down throw, Cunningham. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Cowboys' 15-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Hey, motion. He's checking. He's up. He's checking. Crash.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Escaping the pressure right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off play action. Teague. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Looking to throw. Teague. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And the return man will shuffle through the white stuff, secure the fair catch with both hands. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On 1st down, Porter. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Cunningham to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Cunningham. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. In for the score. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had to feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Teague. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Brewer. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 78 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, then you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Cunningham looking to throw. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
To throw on second down. Teague. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now they're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Cunningham. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Cunningham steps away to his left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
2nd and 1. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
58, come on,
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. T. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Right back to him on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again. Hey, check. Nice ball. Bravo. Here it comes. Okay. Pick the edge. Come. Switch it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 10-2 stop. You show it up. Ready.
On 2nd down, Williams. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, the 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Now that was a beautiful play, a pick-6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Point after, right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Set. 15-1. 15-1.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. T. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Here we go. 8 read. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
To throw on second down. Team. Over the middle, complete. That's Brewer. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. No gain on the play there, second down. They're losing here in the third quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
Now we'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They'll run on first down. It's Porter. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Undercrush.
Here's Cunningham from the gun. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Got it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. This quarterback now right at the 300-yard mark with still a quarter plus to go. It's 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They get 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. On first down, Porter. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Push him back. Push him back. He's crashing. 66.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Porter. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Ready, set. Mark 27, Mark 27. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Hit it.
Off the play fake. Teague. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, Teague. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And some room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after try forthcoming. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go.
their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Williams. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Looking to throw, Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Young. And it is incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Hatchet, hatchet. Shoot.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bates, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On the double. D-minus 50. I'm trying to collect.
On 2nd down, it's Porter. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On second down now. It's Williams. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Number 27. 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
On second down, it's Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's Young from the shotgun. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Young. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Eagles 39, Cowboys 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this.